Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you'll meet an enterprising young entrepreneur who's created an international solution to staffing problems. His incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, there are a lot of companies here in DFW who are offshoring half a world away some of their staffing positions, but an enterprising young man just came into my life, and he has a solution with our next door neighbors in Mexico. Pedro Barboglio is in studio right now. He's the CEO of Remote Team Solution. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for inviting me to the show. It's an honor to be here.
Absolutely. Well, tell me about the history of the company. How old is the company?
Well, I started with the staffing business in 2012 when I was in Austin working for my family business, but it was just like for friends and family that they needed the solution. And in 2019, I decided to step down as a VP of the family business to pursue this company, Remote Team Solution, build it, make it now professionally, and start offering to clients in the U.S.
Yes, and its timing couldn't be better because then COVID happened and everybody had to go remote. Talk a little bit about how COVID fueled your business.
Well, when COVID happened, like you mentioned, all the companies, business, small to big business, they had to go remote. And technology also came really fast. So you had Zoom, you had Teams, you had all these conference, and also other tools to be able to make remote work easily. So this made the company feel more comfortable by having remote employees and being able to manage them better. So that started kicking off a lot of remote work, and that gave us a big push to the company.
Outstanding. We found a great overview video. Let's go ahead and roll that now.
Remote Team Solutions focuses on building great teams for great companies while helping you save on total operational costs, scaling for new or existing projects, auxiliary team for additional operational, assistant, or administrative support, transitioning an existing team from one team member to a complete department, specializing in one or multiple positions and skill sets. We are here with you and your team every step of the way, making sure you have the best highly skilled, motivated, and dedicated team stationed in our state-of-the-art facility, strategically located in La Laguna, Mexico. La Laguna, Mexico is strategically one of the best places to have your remote team, located south of Texas border. Same culture and values as the USA, English as a second language. Same time zone, no overseas working in the middle of the night. International qualified talent. More than 50 universities and 40 technical schools position the region as an educational leader. Globally accredited universities. Direct flights to USA and international hotel chains. Outstanding quality of life. More than 1.5 million people. This is why Fortune 500 companies have chosen La Laguna to bring their business here. Partnering with Remote Team Solution delivers an unbeatable competitive advantage. Increase your margins, productivity, and profitability. Guaranteed substantial savings on payroll, more than 60%. Minimize overhead and operational costs. Less time spent on transactional HR functions. Focus on your core business. 45 hours per week per team member. Leave your competitors behind. Reduce employee turnover rate. Be prepared to scale rapidly. Scale your team as your company demands it. Get experienced professionals to help build new or implement current KPI, ORK, bonus schemes, reports, training videos, training manuals, as well as process, procedures, and policies documentation. Complete transparency, no hidden or hourly fees, just one monthly payment and no binding contracts. Become more productive while saving money. Give us a try. We look forward to exceeding your expectations. Start now with your remote team. Request a quote.
Well, congratulations. You've built an incredible company. We met through EO Dallas Entrepreneurs Organization, and you plan to spend a lot more time here. Tell us why Dallas.
That's correct. This is the first city we've been focusing on, completely Dallas. And that's two things, Jeff. One, I have a love for Dallas. My family lives in Dallas, so since I was little, I've been coming to Dallas. And the other one, the people and the business. The people in Dallas are really entrepreneurial, really business people. Dallas is a huge, city with big business. Plus, there's a direct flight coming to Torreon, our headquarters, every day, which makes it also an advantage.
Absolutely. And you were telling me a success story earlier. Why don't you share that?
Sure. We had a pest control company contacted us one day. They wanted to come visit us, see our services. And they were already outsourcing part of their customer service to, they had a team in India, Philippines, and Belize. So they came to see us. The director of customer care sent me an email, my CEO saw you on LinkedIn, we want to go see you. So they came, and their goal was they were on the top 20 pest control companies. They wanted to get to top 10. They started with, let's say, 3 or 4 people with a small team with us. And they were always saying, like, hey, we have 3 teams, we're seeing what to do. So then the director came to the office and said, you know what, I want my own office, we'll go to 10 people. So we'll make them a room for 10 people. He came 3 weeks later, just when we were finishing the room to see the room, how is it going? And he said, you know what, Pedro, I have you good news and bad news. And well, what's the bad news? We won't be needing that room. We won't fit anymore because we're moving everyone to your office. We're letting go of the other outsourcing to move everyone with you.
Wow.
So we're going to need a bigger room. He goes, I'm sorry, just made that office for us. But, well, that's a good problem to have, a really, really good problem.
Yes, and it speaks volumes about your team. I want to give you a chance to kind of brag about the team that you've assembled. What do you look for in a team member?
We want them to be like top 5%. I want them to have the same core values as our company, which it's a lot of customer service, a lot of customer centric. And of course, English is really, really important for our clients. And we want someone who will give it all, who is ready to work, who wants to move forward, who wants to do the best to grow.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was looking at some of those numbers in the piece, and it talked about saving 60%, team members who are working 45 hours a week. And we just saw here in this country where people don't want to work. There's quiet quitting. They're mailing it in. So the work ethic is important, isn't it?
That's correct. We want people to work and also to be happy. So in Mexico, normal schedule is 48 hours per week, Monday to Saturday. Or people work 45 hours, which is still
sure
5 more than the U.S. But we give them 2 extra personal hours, and they work usually for Monday to Friday.
Outstanding. Okay, so in the couple minutes that we have left, talk to the person watching this right now, and how do they know when they need to bring in somebody like you?
Well, there's 2 reasons to bring someone like us. One is budget-wise. If you want to make like a staffing strategy where you want to save budget to be able to expand quickly, like if you want to expand your company by saving costs. And the other one, it's also if you want to move like a complete team, to have someone just manage all this staffing behind it, recruiting process, HR, payroll. So you want to liberate that time for, and also give more time to your managers and more hands to your managers in Mexico.
Outstanding. Well, you've been an amazing guest. We're going to end with his website, which is remoteteamsolutions.com. Pedro, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. It's been a privilege being in your show.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.